And they are off in racing in Araxa. And it's Nino Schurter with a really strong start down the right-hand side. Simon Andreasen, though, in the green of Orbea leads them off the line, and a huge crash further back. Absolute carnage further back down the field. We'll need to see a replay of that one. In the meantime, though,
a bad stop for Matis Azura as well. Missed his foot, didn't clip in as cleanly as he would like, drifted back into the teens. And a big scrap. We've got this long, fast section, but everybody wants to be in that top 10 for the first technical climb.
Just as we saw in the under-23 men's field, riders down on the deck. As far as I can see from our commentary booth window, everyone back up on their feet. We'll bring you a replay of that one, but for the time being, let's rejoin the race proper and find out just where the pinch points are going to form on this first lap.
Up that inside line, 25% on that corner.
And this is where we see pile-ups, generally speaking. There we go, it started already. Is that Riley Amos getting in amongst it?
Big snarler, but Badari avoiding it. Washi, Aldridge all coming around this outside spark move.
Tomac Rio involved in that crash. We're hearing early doors. It's currently Blevins from Koretzky, from Andreasen, from Nino Schurter. We're just hearing Joshua Dubois also involved in that pile-up.
Just looking at this one now. Riders just chopped over. I mean, the bars are so wide, but it ricocheted across the whole course. Yeah, this is like the most difficult descent. We saw Jen Jackson crashing in the women's race down here. Yeah, there's no lice line. It's just all a bit gnarly and a bit messed up with the speed.
Whoa! Koretzky cutting it fine round the outside of that log. Here we go, up this climb for the first time properly. Specialized Factory Racing, flying information out from Blevins and Koretzky. Here's their Whoop Live heart rate zone comparison. Pretty much identical. Nothing to choose between these two in Araxa so far this weekend.
What's interesting to see is obviously these guys first and second in the short track. They know they've got form.
As the Specialized Factory Racing riders come round to complete the first lap.
They're not hanging around. They're not going to wait for it to regroup. They're going to push on.
No, they've not been invited to the chat group, these two. Andreasen crossed the line with Schurter in close contention. Luca Martin. Look at these two up this punch of a climb. 20 seconds now. Oh. Come on, boys, is the call. Andreasen, and there is the third Specialized rider in the national champions jersey of Chile, Martin Vidari.
The thing is that it's crucial that the Specialized boys, they stick together at least for a couple of laps, because they need to cooperate with each other now. It's too soon to go all the way on your own.
Nino Schurter coming across the line. Looks like he's revving pretty hard. He's still in a big group. Maybe just a crash somewhere out there. Can't see too much dirt on him.
Yeah, I would guess got to be something like a flat or mechanical.
Yeah, 1 minute 9 seconds from this pair back to the goat. They built a huge gap early doors here. 26 seconds back to third place. Max Brandl. Gap built by Victor Koretzky and Christopher Blevins.
Look at this front group. 12, 14 people.
And interestingly, we heard halfway up this last climb a shout from the team to keep working together.
I think right now they shouldn't worry about that. So it's just like build the biggest gap you can build right now. That's what Blevins is doing at the moment. And I would say in this situation, just look to each other as contenders on the last lap.
Well, as usual, you're dead on. The gap's 38 seconds.
See Filippo Colombo with 2/3 at the opening race in Brazil last year. And like I say, it's crazy, didn't make it to that selection for the Swiss, but... Oof.
Here we go, Vidari swings left. Is he just going to block off? Filippo Colombo does indeed. So now Specialized 1, 2 and 3 in the race, and you can bet your mortgage that Martin Vidari is not going to continue this charge forward.
He won't be sprinting up this hill, that's for sure. You see just parking up, relaxing a little bit.
I mean, everything's relative, but
relatively parking up.
He's not charging. He's not charging.
Not doing 800 watts.
Here in the news, Charlie Aldridge is out of this one. There he is, stood with Phil Dixon, team manager. Problems for Aldridge. Mike Posthumus took up the mantle, team manager with 2 rounds to go last season. What a difference he's made.
Wow, Nino's back.
Nino's made this group.
That is absolutely unbelievable as we watch.
Is that Azaro?
Azaro, yeah.
Azaro hitting the deck and is out of this one. Huge impact. You can see all down his right-hand side.
Nino Shooter, the fastest rider on course on lap 7.
Yep.
Just a little gap now appearing between Koretzky and Blevins.
Looking greasy on that climb. Martin Whiteley, our in-house stats expert, has been on. In 35 years, 21 men have won the opening round. Both Koretzky and Blevins are in that group.
Wow, but it's splitting. This is it.
This is it. Here we go. Koretzky looking like he's starting to build a gap ahead of Christopher Blevins. 3 seconds on our screens as this group hits the woods, and it's Martin Vidari at the front of it.
And Boishy. 2 Specialized riders hitting the front, chaos behind.
Struggling to keep up with this one. 4 Specialized racing riders right at the very front of it. There's your race leader, the first, oh, sorry. That's Chris Blevins, so 5 seconds back off Koretzky. And the first time we've seen these two separated on track all race long. Is this going to be the race-winning move? Victor Koretzky has attacked his teammate on lap 8 out of 9, and he's going to go long, Ollie. Yeah,
and it's interesting. Blevins now, he's got to regroup. They've got a decent gap, but they're charging from behind.
Henrik, what's your view on this? Is this too much too soon, or is this perfectly timed from Koretzky?
Well, he's stronger. He seemed to be like strong on that first piece of the course, and Blevins was slightly fast at the back end of the lap. So let's see what happens now. But if he keeps like building the gap like he's doing right now, I think that's going his way.
It's 8 seconds. Yeah. It's 3 seconds more than it was just 1 sector ago. But Blevins still looking comfortable, still looking good. And look at this battle royale behind them.
Chaos behind.
Every inch of this track is going to come into play on the last lap here at round 1 of the UCI World Cup in Araxa. Victor Koretzky will hear the bell. He takes a drink. It's now up to him. This is goosebumps stuff as Christopher Blevins goes on the hunt of his teammate Victor Koretzky. They've been inseparable all race long. It is all going to come down to this final lap.
It was on that climb.
Here we go. Look who's at the front of this one. The young team, Boishy and Martin Vidari lead them across the line. Nino Schurter's with them. If Nino Schurter gets on the podium today, it will be one of the most impressive rides I've ever seen him do, and that is saying something.
But this big group's been amazing. As Flickinger's come back in, we've now got Lars Foster, who hasn't even been in the race, now up into 6th. This is nuts.
I think it's fair to say the back of our chairs haven't been touched in the commentary booth since this one got underway.
And Vidari, whether Boishy just let the gap go then, or the legs are starting to go, but he's forced Nino to come round.
Nino Schurter attacks Adrien Boishy now. Adrien Boishy, who probably was just about born whenever Nino Schurter had his first season, and look who's in front of him. Vidari's gone off the front. Martin Vidari, the Chilean national champion.
Forster's gone for the cross. He's off the bike and on. The power's still there. Cressis, top one.
There's Blevins.
Shoot down.
There's Blevins. They're nearly back in the same shot. Can Christopher Blevins close off a 16-second gap on the last lap here in Araxa, or has Victor Koretzky timed this attack to perfection? I can tell you it's still Specialized 1, 2, 3 as well. Vidari, Schurter, Forster, your top 5. A long-range attack after some formation flying will do nicely. Victor Koretzky licks his lips and heads for home. The Frenchman set to take home one of the most remarkable season openers we have ever seen. Victor Koretzky does the job in Araxa. What a race. Specialized factory racing. It doesn't get better. But where is third place going to come from? This battle is going to be absolutely insane for the line. These two could get run over.
Get out the way.
what camaraderie between them, but we need to see that battle behind them. Who's going to take third place? As we look out the commentary booth window, it's going to be Martin Vidari, the Chilean, home in third place. Specialized Factory Racing do the triple. 1, 2, 3. Victor Koretzky can't believe it. Chris Blevins can't believe it. And a very excited Martin Vidari will not be able to believe it.
1, 2, 3.
The
Specialized Factory Racing.
The big red machine out front.
That is the most impressive team performance I've ever seen in mountain
The
bike.
rest of the UCI World Cup cross-country teams have a question to answer for next weekend, and that question begins with a big red S.
Wow.
It was your race to win, and you went and did that today.
Yeah, Chris was super strong at the beginning of the race. He did a super high pace, and it was difficult to follow him. But then I had a second life on the middle of the race, and yeah, we just did 1 lap each all the time, just to pull each other far as possible. So yeah, he was in good shape, and I just keep my chance at 2 laps to go. We didn't saw it on the TV, but I had a mechanical. I had a flat on the last 2 laps, so it was tricky for me on the downhill. I had maybe less than 1 bar on the rear tire, so I was always far on the front to just preserve my pressure on the back. And yeah, it was tough till the end, but yeah, I managed to finish like this. And like after the last berm, I was confident to cross the line on the first position.
Koretzky then wins by 10 seconds from his teammates Blevins, Vidari, Forster in 4th. Nino Schurter in 5th, ahead of his teammate Filippo Colombo. Boischi 7th. Victor Koretzky takes a frankly phenomenal win here in Araxa. One of the most remarkable UCI World Cup races I think anyone has ever seen. If you work in the specialised marketing department, your Monday is looking pretty cruisy. Here are the overall standings after 2 races in short track and cross-country Olympic. Koretzky leads the way by 35 points from Blevins. Martin Vidari, their teammate, in 3rd. Lars Forster, the first non-specialised rider, in 4th. Then Schurter in 5th.